Adam Hill is standing by the damaged section in the front of the auditorium to give us the latest on the fire. Adam?
Thanks a lot, Paige. As you can see, we're here with the what used to be, is the charcoal auditorium. When the investigation first began, the fire was the cause was unknown. After this 1 week, the status has changed. Vance Riley is with us he's a fire marshal in Friendswood, and he's going to bring us up to date.
Yes, Adam, as of yesterday, we've changed the status of the fire from an unknown to a suspicious. And what this means is that we've ruled out most of the accidental causes, except maybe a couple, and it's suspicious in that we don't have absolute proof that the fire was set, but there has to be some reason that the fire was set, and that's why we've changed it. As a result of this, there are now 2 rewards that have been posted for anyone with information. First of all, the City of Friendswood has a $250 reward, and then this afternoon, Friendswood High School added a $1,000 reward to that. Anyone with information as to if someone set the fire, if they will call my office anonymously, if it leads to the arrest and conviction of an individual for setting the fire, will receive that reward. They can either call 480-TIPS, that's 480-TIPS, it's Bay Area Crime Stoppers, or they can call my office at 482-3111 and remain anonymous. The most important thing is that we get to the truth as to why the fire started. So I'd also like to take this opportunity to say that if the fire was accidental, either adult or student went in there and smoked or had some other type of activity that accidentally started the fire, they'll come forward at this time. I'm sure we can work things out, but the most important thing is the truth. Most of the students here have a lot of pride, and if it was done by another student, I'm hoping that somebody like maybe the senior class could leave a class gift of turning in the culprit of this fire. But like I said, as of right now, there's maybe 1 or 2 accidental causes that haven't been ruled out, and it is looking suspicious.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. That's all we have for right now. MCS will bring you up to date if anything else develops. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Adam. Let's get away from the fire for a while. The results to last weekend's elections were close. For position 2, Bob Wicklander, incumbent, defeated Mel Measles. Measles is demanding a recount for the 6-vote loss, 724 to 730. In position 4, Ed Stewart was unopposed with the exception of write-ins. For position 6, Frank Frankovich, incumbent, beat Janice Lowe by only 136 votes on Monday night. On Monday night, County Judge Ray Holbrook was at the council meeting to swear the elected officials into office.
Last weekend, Johnson Space Center held their annual company picnic. There were rides and games for the kids. There was a petting zoo also. And for the adults as well as the kids, there was video games, obstacle courses, and live entertainment by square dancers and the Mad Hatter. Food and refreshments were also provided. There were snacks such as snow cones, popcorn, and all the ice cream you could eat, and the only cost was the meal and bus ticket, which was $4.
Boy Scout Pack 445 from Hope Lutheran Church will be collecting canned goods for the needy. On Saturday, they will be going door to door collecting your donations of food. Everyone's help is appreciated in this matter. This event is being sponsored by Apple Tree.
Meanwhile, back at the fire, an extensive cleanup has begun. Texas contractors were hired by the school's insurance company, Friendswood Insurance, which is a division of Aetna. A large dumpster is being used to contain all the damaged material being taken out. When we arrived at the cleanup, they were gathering rags that had been used to clean with. Each blue stack contained many rags and weighed around 150 pounds each.
Of course, as all the students of FHS noticed, there was no school last Friday and Monday. Many students are glad and feel that it was needed, but still others think it was a bad idea. They worry that we will have to make it up in the summer. The school is allowed by the state 3 days for emergencies such as weather or in this case fire. So don't worry, we have 1 day left. Let's just hope nothing else happens that will take more than 1 day.
Over the weekend and Monday, workers worked hard to get school ready. In the process, they cleaned lockers which had smoke damage. The materials in the lockers in the contaminated area were cleaned out and boxed. So, on Tuesday, when students returned to class, they were told to go to the girls' gym during homeroom, and at that time, many freshmen and several sophomores went to the gym to pick up their belongings. Once there, they checked their stuff, and then, if dirty, they could have it cleaned. Clothing materials were placed in plastic, but not cleaned. After that, the students either had to carry their materials with them or share a locker with a friend.
On Tuesday, the first Environmental Club meeting at Friendswood High School was held at lunch in room 801. American History and Economics teacher Mr. Bruce is head of the environmental group, with assistance from student Jill Williams. Currently, a similar program is in effect at Clear Creek High School, but Friendswood is now being initiated. Both these groups are members of the Sierra Club organization that is based in California. The first goal of the club is to get programs started at the high school concerning recycling, and then they plan to move on to help control pollution in the Friendswood area. If you are interested in joining the Sierra Club and preserving the beauty of the environment, then see Mr. Bruce or Jill Williams.
Last week were drill training tryouts. Drill training is a semester class that one must take in order to be a member of the Wranglerette drill team. Freshmen and sophomore girls attended a drill training clinic which lasted 3 days. The clinic was held in the girls' gym after school. At the clinic, the girls learned a dance which was to the song Cherish by Madonna. After 3 days of learning the dance, the girls were to perform it in front of a group of judges. The dance was taught by Wranglerette officers Brandy Obernovsky and Karen Anderson.
On Tuesday night, Friendswood High School held its annual academic banquet. The banquet was held at the Hobby Holiday Inn and started at 7 o'clock. Texas Commerce Bank sponsored this year's banquet. As always, baked chicken was served as the main course. The purpose of the banquet is to honor those students who excel in academics. Gary Dial was named valedictorian and Carl Ulbrich was named salutatorian of this year's graduating class. They both received scholarships from Texas Commerce Bank.
Saturday marked the end of the Galveston County Fair and Rodeo at Jack Brooks Park in Hitchcock. Members from Friendswood FFA participated in various events during the week of April 26th to May 4th, and Lori Hearn reports the results.
A great deal of time was spent preparing animals for show at the county fair. Friendswood was off to a good start the second day of the fair when Brink Gaddis showed his limousine heifer, Misty.
Brink Gaddis gets first place, and he is also the grand champion for this year's show.
Brian Davis, Alan Denny, and Chris Harden raised pigs for the swine competition the following Monday. Brian's pig, shown by Mark Foster, and Chris's pig, shown by Megan Harmon, both received a 5th place in their classes. Alan's pig, shown by Eden Holst, received 14th place in its class. Chris Helton and Mark Foster entered their steers on Tuesday, and Chris received 4th place in his class. Mark brought home a 2nd place for his steer, Risky. Brian Davis and Chris Harden had their pigs auctioned Wednesday, and Brian received $550 for his pig, Dork, while Chris received $500 for his pig, Merle. Mark Foster auctioned his steer for $1,750. The fair and rodeo came to a close on Saturday with Susie Haven catching a pig in the pig scramble and Megan Harmon catching a calf in the calf scramble. Both will receive money that goes toward raising an animal for next year's fair. And finally, Megan Harmon was chosen as 2nd runner-up for this year's rodeo queen. Congratulations, FFA. This has been Larry Hearn reporting on the fair, NCS News.
Students will soon be trying out for Trailblazers Color Guard. The Color Guard performs during halftime at football games. All this week, high school and 8th grade students have been preparing for these tryouts. They have been meeting outside the band hall from 4 to 5:30. Co-captains Christian Overcash and Jennifer Snyder have been teaching the students a flag routine. They will try out next Wednesday. The 1991-92 Trailblazers Color Guard will be announced at the band banquet.
Before school on Wednesday, some of the faculty was out in the entrance of Friendswood High School parking lot checking all cars trying to enter the parking lot. What they were looking for is the FHS parking sticker that should be displayed at all times by any student of FHS. Those who had no sticker were not allowed on campus.
Despite the fire at FHS, the choir will still perform their final show. There will be various kinds of music sung from classical to rap to country. A couple of songs will be Stormy Weather and From a Distance. There will be a Jed's Melody sung by the girls' choir. There will be several short solos and duets too. Sonia Easterbrook, Christian Johnson, Julie Langford, and Kristen Hughes will be each be performing solos. Born to be Blue and Desperado are 2 of the songs. The choir is under the direction of Jane Quevedo. The place and date of the performance is not yet known and will be announced at a later date.